Let me ask you, you talked about how your sample packs or your sound banks are actually educational tools, which I absolutely agree with. You can obviously reverse engineer them. What would you pay to get like full insider access to a company? Let's say a company like what company do you like the most? Like, let's say Gary Vaynerchuk's VaynerMedia. Let's just use that as an example. How much would you pay to get access to like all their data, the way they structure their business, the way they market internally? How much would you pay for that?
Honestly, if Gary was like, "Hey, you get insider access to our entire company," I'd pay easily like $50,000 to $100,000. Right off the bat, because you got to understand is that getting that kind of information is going to be what would launch my company forward. Like launch, yes, right?
Exactly.
If I could get the insides and out, like Sam, me and you have talked, every single one of our conversations we have on Skype about our companies has literally made me tons of money, right? Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with, for example, on production. Okay, every single time that I've hopped in a studio with a producer that's way better than me, it's like, holy shit, this guy just saved me 300-400 hours, right?
Yeah.
And that's really how music producers have to be learning. Okay, you don't have to learn from presets if you don't want to, guys. You don't have to learn. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't have access to mentors, what is $127?
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's really what it comes down to. If you don't you need mentors. And the funny thing is, guys, is that like Deadmau5 was in a stream using our stuff. Borgor uses our stuff. There's a lot of big guys who use that stuff. Those guys do not have little music morals, as I like to call them. Those guys are just making good music, okay? Mm-hmm. And yeah, like I said, mentors is another thing we haven't really talked about, or we talked a little bit about it.
I want to talk about mentors because I get a lot of questions. Like I get people asking me if I can mentor them. I mentor a few people. I can't mentor everyone because there's only 24 hours in a day. But how does someone get a mentor?
Okay, for a couple things. One, there are literally shit tons of producers everywhere nowadays, okay? And even if a producer is at your level, the nature of the music industry or just the nature of music production is that, for example, if I meet a new producer, let's say we're at the same skill level, he probably knows an entirely different set of music production skills than I do because you kind of teach yourself music production. You know what I'm saying? Yep, everybody experiments differently. Everybody songwrites differently. Everybody has their own like little special go-to tricks. What you have to understand as a music producer, yes, it's obviously awesome if you can get a guy who's 10, 20, 100 times more successful than you, more skilled than you are. But if you can't, even teaming up with different producers on a weekly basis is just as fucking good. Or watching YouTube videos. You can go see Nightmare in the studio. You can go see Avicii in the studio. Martin Garrix showed some of his tips. Like, there's so many people online now. Just go to fucking YouTube and search it, I think a lot of people are being lazy when they complain about not having a mentor when they haven't even gone through 10, 15 YouTube videos.